It's Fat D-Man here, and I'm going to talk about marking queens. I've got several techniques about marking queens, but the only reason a person should mark queens is if they can't see the queen. I don't recommend it. I like to point the queen out, but we have older folks that can't see, so what we do is we'll mark the queen so that they can see them. Now we have a universal marking system by color, and that tells you what year the queen was purchased, but older folks can't see some of the colors. The greens, the blues, sometimes they don't show up. So what I've done to overcome that is I like to use whiteout if I mark the queen. My feelings is if you mark a queen, the bees might think that queen is defective and they'll replace her, especially if you're not used to marking queens. And you only mark queens in areas where you have to worry about the Africanized bees, and then that would be a good idea to mark them. But you can buy markers anywhere. Years ago I used to use a fingernail polish. It's fairly cheap, doesn't harm the bees. You can buy painters. These are little, I guess they're about $2 a piece. They contain paint inside here that you can use on your bees or your queens. The problem that I have with these is cost-wise. If you're going to mark a lot of queens, this product will dry out quick. You don't get very many queens marked with it. You could go, here's a catalog here, and these queen, they sell them as queen marking pens, and they list at $7 a piece. You can buy the whole group for 30 bucks. But here's the problem. These pens are just like this. This came from Walmart. It was like a $2 or $3 pen, and there's no shipping on it. These pens, they don't get that much service. What I've done, and it's cheap, this is whiteout. And whiteout, if you're going to use whiteout, let's say you're in a year where you're going to use red. Now here is white. This is whiteout. You can put a drop of food coloring in here. Mix it up, and now you have the color you want. These are very cheap to buy. If you're going to use this system, there's a little brush at the end here. Now what I found you need to do is cut this off, clean it real good with alcohol, and then take sandpaper, sand around here so you don't have no sharp edges. And now you got a single point, which you can put this down and you will make just one dot, just like that. It'll make a perfectly round dot. That is the cheapest way. Each year you can get one of these here, add the color you want for that year. But like I say, I have older people come up here that can't see the queens, and I use white or I'll use a yellow, but most of them prefer a white. No matter what year it is, what color everybody else is using, they want to be able to spot their queens. Now that's like a little tip I'm putting out there for marking queens. My philosophy on marking queens is I don't like to do them. I don't mark queens here. I teach my students to pick them out real quick by characteristics, the way the bees are doing, and I absolutely refuse to clip a queen. That's like trying to climb a rock wall and you have all your limbs. You could probably do it fairly well. But if you had an amputate one of your legs or arms, it's going to make you struggle to try to climb that wall. The bees will pick up the queen has been marked or clipped, and they're going to kick her out or replace her. Clipping a queen does not prevent that queen from swarming or leaving the hive. She's only going to leave the hive if the hive is overcrowded or there's no place for her to lay, either honey-bound or brood-bound. So if she does leave and you've clipped the wing, they're still going to leave, but they might crawl down on the ground, and some predator will end up getting them before you find them. Now, I'm going to put out a lot more videos. I want to try to do this year. This is the middle of January right now, and I want to try to put out a whole series of using essence of oils to treat your bees. Now, it's controversial. It's what I do here. I don't believe in chemicals, and the essence of oils will do whatever the chemicals will do. Lot safer on the bees. Thanks for watching this channel. Appreciate it.